Uh, Good. I cannot. I just. So far, I just can't listen.
The answer is, but I'm not sure, man. It's funny, I don't know.
Charles Barkley suffered. Steve Nash suffered. A bunch of people suffered without getting the ring. But for him, for some reason, it doesn't matter. Anyways.
Everything, like, okay, you weren't a great player if you never won a championship. It's like, or if you won one, then.
Bro. Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, a bunch of those guys that didn't win were still great players. Bill Russell is not the best player ever, but he won 11 times. So what's your point?
You can't be in the same conversation with this person. It's like,
that's a great point, because what you're saying is like, no matter what you have, you need more. No matter what.
Steve Nash, shut up. You have zero. You have zero. Why do people with no credibility get to speak on it? You have zero. You want yours. It should have been Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, or whoever else those 2 years. No. Stop the madness.
What? Right. It can never end.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like, you sit here and tell me, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, are fucking wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys is because this guy won one ring or won 2 rings or won, like, it's weird to me. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room with Brady.
He can't. He can't. What are you talking about? He can't. What does this guy smoke? What does this guy smoke? There's a difference between being in first place and second place. Second place is close, but it's not first place. What do you mean? Don't disrespect other people by trying to say that, oh, the runner-up deserves to be in the same conversation as the winner. No. It doesn't work like that in any part of life. You either pick to be in the position or you're not. Only in basketball. Now you bring me to football. What's wrong with this guy?
Because he only has one ring.
LeBron James here, man. LeBron James, I see what you try to do, and this is a crazy thing about his podcast. I thought Modern the Game was like X's and O's breaking down schemes, breaking down basically, schematics and in-depth adjustment, just doing things what Kobe used to do on his podcast, where he used to break down plays and schemes. Yeah. It's basically turned into LeBron James propaganda podcast, his agenda podcast, right? And what he's doing today, discussing about like ring culture and all that, is he basically trying to set the conversation in favor of him over Michael Jordan, right? He knows that he cannot stack up between Michael Jordan. We talk about rings and championships. So what he's trying to do is basically discredit rings and sit there and say that I don't know why ring culture exists. And it's so.
He's making a good point. But even without rings, let's take rings out of the picture. Okay? We're gonna speak in a weak person's language. He wasn't a great player because, okay, Michael Jordan was considered the best player ever before he won the championship. When Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were around dominating the league. Based on just the eye test. That's what people call it. Michael Jordan was considered the best player ever before he won. Before he won 10 scoring titles, over 9 defensive teams, whatever, I lost count how many he has. The MVPs, the finals appearances, and all the things in the book you can name, he did it. In a short span. It says on paper he played 15 seasons, but by the amount of games there are per season, it averages out to be about 13 seasons. Not averages. It comes out to be about 13 seasons. So he won half the time he was there. He had the scoring title 10 of the times he was there. The impact, the professionalism, everything. He didn't have a podcast venting about why not getting it done is not important. It's sad. Take ownership. We will have so much respect for this guy if he said he was the fault of the 6 times they lost. He didn't have help. The first championship, go look at what he was doing individually. Oh, the Dallas one. Oh, go and look what he did individually. When he lost to the Golden State Warriors the first time, look at what he did individually. You never want to point at yourself. You always want to point at other things. Take no responsibility and accountability. It's sad. It's sad. And you have guys near you kissing up to you and not telling you the truth.
So hypocritical coming out this man's mouth when he has basically came out on his show personally and sat there and said that 2016 made me the greatest player of all time because I came back down for 3-1, right? So how did that one ring sit there and have you blow past players like Shaq, Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Jordan, many other all-time great players for that one ring? How did that one ring justify you being the greatest basketball player of all time if ring culture and the way that we measure rings and greatness is invalid and you don't know why it does that? Like, it's so hypocritical on this point.
This guy speaking facts. And to add to his point, if it doesn't matter so much, why did you have to form 5 super teams? Why did you need so much help? Shaq, Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Antoine Jameson, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Luka Doncic, Ray Allen, Richard Lewis, Mike Miller. Those are all players that are previous All-Stars. A lot of those players are Hall of Famers. Many of those players are top 75 players. Nothing is enough. I didn't mention Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. Kevin Love averaged 26 points before LeBron got him. Dwayne Wade averaged 25 plus points. Dwayne Wade was the second best shooting guard for a while, and you had him on your team and lost. So if this all didn't matter, why did you have to form so many super teams? If it didn't matter that much, why did you compromise to get what you want? Hypocritical to the max.
It's very, very hypocritical on LeBron James' point. We talk about a guy that has literally, and I mean literally, has chased rings throughout the whole entire of his career. So rings was not the end-all be-all. Then why chase rings throughout the whole totality of your career and you join Chris Bosh and D Wade in the Miami Heat super team to form a big 3? Why? Because you know that your career ain't set if you're not winning a championship. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what LeBron James talking about, and he talking about sitting there saying that Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, and all these other players weren't great because they didn't win a ring. Bro, those players are great. Yeah. Those players are good. Those players are all-time great players, Hall of Fame, top 75 players. But there's
the thing I respect about Ray Allen, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, a bunch of those guys that didn't win, they didn't chase rings by trying to form super teams. They stayed with their franchises, and you know what? I don't win, but at least I have dignity and self-respect. LeBron does not. KD does not. The Boston Celtics doesn't count. Those guys were past their primes. KD and LeBron are the weakest NBA players in NBA history. It's weak. It's a weak move. Jordan should have joined Larry Bird. Jordan should have joined Magic Johnson. And he would have won 10 instead of 6.
There's levels to this. And the reason why it's levels to this, because in the top 10 to 15 to 20 players, for the most part, to the top 15, there's levels of greatness of this. And in order to be in that threshold, you have to prove that you can lead a team to greatness and to championships by showing your individual greatness. So it's so crazy that LeBron James is trying to change the narrative, and I just don't like that, bro. I don't like that, bro. Basketball, you can control both sides of winning, offense and defense, right? You can score the ball offensively. You can get stops defensively. You can get steals defensively, which the buzzword to his defensive playmaking, which you can create open buckets for your team to be able to score. So that's why rings is held to a high regard in basketball, because you control both outputs of winning, offense and defense.
Yeah, the stat sheet does not do that. Pattern stats does not do that. If you look at a player and the average 25 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, it does not equate to making your teammates better. It equates to making your stats better. If I look at James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Luka Doncic, Steve Nash back in his day, a bunch of ball dominant players that can basically stack their stats, these guys don't win. They don't win. Like even now, Jokic, you don't win by doing that. You win with a system. You win with a coach. You win with defense. There can be a best player in that, but not a player holding the ball the whole possession. Not a player running pick and roll the whole game. People think looking at a stat sheet and thinking that because a player has all of these tens across the sheet means that they're a better player. How come they're not winning? It's not winning basketball. It never has been. It never will be. There's a reason the triangle offense works. There's a reason the San Antonio Spurs offense with Popovich works. Systems win, and defense wins as well. Not ball dominant players stacking up their stats. As a player, I do not want to play with a person, or I shouldn't say person, a player holding the ball the whole possession, and I'm just stuck there in the corner waiting to receive the ball and shoot. That is terrible. Imagine being a player playing with that. Imagine. You're not making teammates better. You're forcing teammates to become shooters. That's essentially it. There's no way you can have all these superstars and lose 6 times. The formula does not work. He's a great player individually, but his style of play forces players to be out of character. How come a few of us see it?
It's not like it is, the World Series, or it's not like what it is in football, where at the end of the day, a quarterback can control the offensive side of the ball. He can't control the defensive side of the ball. That's why we don't use, winning like that and winning championships to be one of the all-time greats or be in the conversation of being a GOAT quarterback, because it's an ultimate team sport. Basketball is a team sport, but you control both sides of winning. Quarterbacks can't do that, so it's a different conversation. So when I hear LeBron James bring up like Peyton Manning, sit there and say, okay, Peyton Manning got 2 championships, so he can't be in a conversation of like Tom Brady. Yes, he's in a conversation with Tom Brady. I mean, you got some people that think that Peyton Manning is the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm not going to argue with that, and that's why I said there, say using rings.
I agree with that.
For like a quarterback, it's just dumb because they don't play the defensive side of the ball. They don't control both outputs of winning. So I see what LeBron James doing.
They don't never discuss that in their sport, right? Or telling me that Dan Marino is not the greatest slinger of all time, or he can't be in the room with those guys because he didn't win a championship.
Bro, stop it, man. Stop it. Let's address the super teams. Let's address that. How many of the players that are in the GOAT conversation have super teams? That created super teams. How many of them? Just you. Just you. Quit lying to yourself. You are not better than those guys. You're not. If any of those guys had all the superstars you had, they would at least have multiple championships. They would. Imagine having Anthony Davis for 5 seasons and come not short. 1 for 5 for Anthony Davis. Can you imagine? 1 for 5 for Anthony Davis. 1 for 5. Anthony Davis is a 25 and 10 player. That's not enough. What else do you need? Oh, Luka, that wasn't enough too. What are you talking about, man? What's this guy talking about?
Championship. We don't discuss those things. I don't know. Did Barry Bonds win a World Series?
Stick to basketball.
I don't think so. Barry Bonds never won a World Series. So you can't sit here and tell me that he's something.
This guy's like a chick. Legit. Deflect. Stay focused. Stay on topic.
The greatest baseball player to ever touch a bat. I don't understand where it came from. I don't know where it started. I hope that we have to appreciate more of what guys have been able to accomplish.
Michael Jordan is the best player ever.
A ring is a team.
Michael Jordan is the best player ever. Bill Russell has the most rings, but Bill Russell is not top 2. He's not top 5. So what? People put you above Bill Russell? You don't want to talk about that? And he has 11. So be quiet. I don't know what he's talking about. He's a master gaslighter. Master.
Team accomplishment, right? And if you happen to have a moment where you were able to share that with your team, that should be discussed. This team was the greatest team, okay? But that team, you can have those conversations, but like trying to nitpick an individual because he was not able to win a team game or a team match or whatever the case may be. I don't know where it started. It's a long conversation, especially.
I've never heard him take ownership for the times he lost. Now you're trying to gaslight the whole thing. I've heard Kobe say, I sucked against Detroit. I've heard Kobe say it was his fault they lost against Boston. I've heard him say that. Just twice. But this one here, you never want to address why you lost. Last season, your foot was broken, but you were dancing a week later. A year before, your arm was broken. The Dallas one, you're making fun of Dirk. This guy, it's just a lack of leadership, man. This is pathetic.
When it comes to me individually, it's so weird. It's so weird.
LeBron James is not wrong when he's discussing about the rings and it's not the only thing that matters, but he's capping because he spent his whole career chasing them, building narratives, judging other players by them until the standards basically no longer favor him, right? And I think that he's getting to a point where he's tired of the MJ and LeBron debates and people bring up rings, and that's something that he just cannot debunk or something that he just cannot argue against. And I agree with LeBron. I don't think rings are the end all be all. I think that it matters. It depending what sports context that we talk about. It matters. It depends. It matters depend context. But like I said, is just like, will LeBron James consider himself the greatest basketball player of all time if he never won a ring? No. That's why LeBron James ring chased.
Yeah.
You think LeBron James would consider Michael Jordan the greatest player of all time if he didn't win 6 championships? No. Rings matter.
I will say this though. I agree with a lot of the things he's saying. Except people were calling Jordan the GOAT before he won. That's the thing. That's the thing. And nobody was calling Bill Russell the GOAT. Nobody. Who was? Please help me understand. Tell me. Nobody. He has 11. So it's an excuse. It's an excuse. It's an excuse. Larry Bird is in the top 10, but Larry Bird has 3 rings. Some people consider Larry Bird the best ever. He has 3 rings. Help me understand. You say one thing, you do. It's a double standard for the other person in your face. For the person you like, it's a double standard, basically.
In basketball, it matters because at the end of the day, your individual greatness can determine how good of a team can go farther in the championship or be able to win multiple, runs in titles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, he want to sit there and say it's team. So, LeBron, if it's all about team, then why did you sit there and say that team accomplishment made you the greatest basketball player of all time? So you cannot have it both ways, my brother. You can't. Like, you cannot. Like, you sound so much of a hypocrite, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So at the end of the day, it's just like LeBron is a clown. This is a guy that sat there and said not one.
Yeah, at least we'll agree on this. Yeah, we're like-minded when it comes to this guy. It is comical. Every day there's a new tactic, new schematic. We just shenanigans with this guy. He just needs too much attention. Too much. Just retire. Let the young people be glorious. I think the year before last year, you were trying to say how much he misses Kyrie because Kyrie was in the fight. Like, this guy just too much. Like, stop.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9. Like, promised the Heat to win multiple championships. Like, I don't get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, but it's just a hypocrite. It's just bad message.
Anyway, man, that's really it for the video. I don't want to drag it down more than it has to be dragged, but I definitely appreciate his take. I'll link the video below. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the whole shenanigans? What did you learn from it? What's your suggestions as far as videos similar to it? Do you want me to do more of these type of videos? Let me know below. Other than that, may God bless you. I'll see you next video.